Recently, my friends and I wanted to go back and play our favorite Mario Party game of all time. This meant we actually had to go back and dust off our Wii. Yeah, Mario Party 8, in our opinion, is the best Mario Party game, and we'll die on that hill. But more importantly, dusting off the Wii meant I could go back and play some games that I haven't played in quite some time. And naturally, I feel like most people would go, Super Mario Galaxy, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, Kirby's Epic Yarn. No. My brain went, didn't they release Spy Fox on the Wii? What is going on, guys? This is TheLostYeti here, and today we're revisiting Spy Fox and Dry Cereal for the Nintendo Wii. Now, I want to be the first to say that there are definitely better ways to play this. You could play it on the PC, as God himself intended. You could get the Humongous collection for your Nintendo Switch, something that I in fact have, but no, I do hate myself enough. So today, we are playing the Wii version. Sorry, buckle up. This is gonna be a bit of a trip.
Got milk? Not anymore. Everything is going just as I planned.
Our story begins after a sudden disappearance of the world's dairy supply. Our character, Spy Fox, is dispatched to a small island in Greece in search of a missing CEO of Moo Juice Incorporated. This is to see if it's somehow tied to the world's dairy disappearance. Now, we're not alone in our mission. We're aided by our two cohorts, Monkey Penny, our commander and intelligence officer, as well as Dr. Quack, our resident spy gadget aficionado. But more on them later. Right now, let's just wander the island and meet some of its interesting townsfolk.
Hey, wanna see my tattoo?
Eventually, we make our way to the foreboding Nog factory, located at the end of the pier. Feeling that something is just slightly amiss, we decide to make a less than subtle entrance. And we actually come to find Mr. Ugly, our CEO that we've been hunting for. Problem is, he's precariously dangling above a pool of cow-eating piranha. Now, I would be concerned if it wasn't for our clever spy deduction skills. We decided to freeze the tank of piranhas to allow us to gently free Mr. Ugly and make our way back to Spy HQ. And here we managed to learn a little bit more of what's actually going on from Mr. Ugly.
There were dozens of them. I fought them tooth and nail. Pow, 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 I did. My whole body's a weapon. Then suddenly, I smelled something revolting. It could only be one thing. Feta cheese! The stink was so overwhelming that I nearly passed out. Taking advantage of my momentary asphyxiation, kidnappers jumped me and then forced me into a smelly, dark bag.
Now it seems that time is of the essence, and we need to set out for more clues. And in typical point-and-click adventure game fashion, I just go full hoarder, and frankly, if we can pick the item up, I put it in my inventory. Hopefully, that plays out for us. And after I felt like I robbed everyone blind, we eventually make our way to the USS Deadweight.
No one is allowed to go on board the SS Deadweight without a gold-edged, wax-sealed, expensively embossed, handwritten invitation. And do you have one of these, sir? Not as such. Then I'm afraid, sir, that you should make like a plane in the Bermuda Triangle and get lost.
It appears that one of the Nog executives is throwing a party on board, and naturally, I'll take any excuse to crash it. Which reminded me that in our travels, we actually heard that the local merchant managed to secure a ticket. And thanks to our own spy smoke and mirrors, that then meant that we managed to secure a ticket. With our invite in hand, we managed to board the ship and learn that the party is being thrown by none other than
Signed, Russian Blue.
a totally not obvious evil cat that is currently on the island for questionable circumstances at best. Naturally, this meant that we had to do some digging for ourselves. And without the knowledge of the guests or crew, we snoop around, finding a fashionable frog suit and some mysterious coordinates on the bridge. find it strange that for whatever reason they would have coordinates to the middle of the ocean, but that's for us to find out. But before we can go and explore that for ourselves, we first need to find ourselves a ship. And that is where Captain Drydock comes in.
So, Captain, do you think you could take me out for a little boat ride? I'd love to, but there's just one problem. I can't go anywhere without my lucky charm. Your lucky charm? Aye, matey. Because that there is the sea, the final frontier. And my voyages on the SS Winterprise. On a 25-year mission to seek out new sea life and new civilizations, I boldly went where no raccoon has gone before.
And while he'd love to help us out with our predicament, it seems unfortunately he lost his lucky charm and refuses to sail without it. But considering his ship is the USS Winterprise, maybe we have to go and play some games to figure out where his charm went. And as it would turn out, Drydock actually lost his charm in a high-stakes game of Go Fish. That means it's up to us to bet it all and win his charm back. Thankfully, this is a kid's game, so it means that I don't actually have to be good at Go Fish. I just had to brute force a couple hands here, and in short work, we managed to secure the charm for ourselves.
Ask yourself, sir, if the charm is so lucky, why did I lose it?
And with the charm in our hands, Drydock was happy to head off to the coordinates to see what Russian Blue could have been up to. And here we find a mysterious, milky-like oil slick that only confirms our suspicions about Nog's connection to the
Wait
milk
a minute, it's milk, dairy milk, and none too fresh, I might add.
We decide to use our lovely frog suit and take the plunge to discover the source of this milky mess. Following the not-so-subtle, suspicious milky pipeline leads us directly to what appears to be a hidden base. And always one to make a fashionable entrance, we blast our way through and use our spy code cracker to let ourselves in. While digging around to find some clues regarding who's behind all this, we hear a somewhat familiar voice.
I've deposited the money in your bank account. Thanks for all your help.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. Call me anytime.
The Russian Blue is not as innocent as you may think. Oh, and slightly important, the milk that's been missing, yeah, they decided to turn it into a milky nuclear weapon of mass destruction.
It has the location of the punch card written on it. You must destroy it. That punch card is the only thing that can disarm the milky weapon of destruction now.
So, we should probably do something about that. It seems that the only way we can avoid a milky apocalypse is by first finding Kid's punch card. And that means we first need to gain access to Kid's office. But it seems that there's more than one guard standing in our way. It's too bad they're no match for our overly convenient spy gadgets.
Hey! What happened? We're trapped! He tricked us!
And thanks to the clue in his office, we're able to easily find the punch card. All while saving time to stop for a quick snack, and it's a good thing that I'm not the only one that likes chicken nuggets.
Hey, the secret sauce is putting them to sleep.
Hot on Kid's tail, we manage to locate and save the world's dairy cows, as he makes off in his totally inconspicuous giant blimp. And that is where choosing to play this game on the Wii finally came back to bite us. You see, I took a little bit too long to click on the blimp to chase Kid, when apparently that triggers the bad ending. And now normally I wouldn't be too concerned about this, as I would just quickly load a save, except I decided to record everything up until this point in a single session, and I haven't yet hit save, which just means now it's time for a little bit of a Spy Fox speedrun. But hold on, don't get too far ahead of yourself, because every time you play Spy Fox, the puzzles are randomized. So if you were familiar with this game beforehand, and you were wondering why the story was a little bit different, that's exactly what happened. So lucky me, 1 hour, a Kung Fu Chicken, priceless artwork, laser puzzles, and a quick save later, we're finally off to chase Kid. And the irony here is all of that was for maybe 10 more minutes of gameplay where we actually get to sneak aboard the blimp, hijack their navigation system, and pull a classic ejectocito cuz to finally put William the Kid behind
There
bars.
was only one parachute. Ooh, that looked painful. I guess Kid will be serving up his Go-Fi products in evil villain jail from now on.
I would have gotten away with it, glad, if it weren't for that pesky spy fox. Spy fox! You'll pay for this. I'll be back. No jail can hold William the Kid.
Later that day.
Walter Wireless here with our top story. Spy Fox has saved the dairy-starved nations of the world from a near-disastrous milk shortage. Today at the Capitol, the president is honoring Spy Fox as the nation's new hero. We now go live to the presidential press room where the ceremony is already in progress.
For outstanding heroism and suaveness in the face of utter dairy chaos, and for bringing the nefarious William the Kid to justice, I award you, Spy Fox, our nation's highest honor. May I present you with the Big Daddy Congressional Cookie of Justice.
Why, thank you, Mr. President. It was a routine mission, really.
3 cheers for Spy Fox.
I've got my cookie. Has anyone got milk?
And as the credits roll, I will say that going back and playing it the second time over for the extra 10 minutes, that part was not worth it. Listen, this is a wonderful nostalgia blast, and if you have the opportunity to, I highly recommend, if you want to play the game, to go play the game. I mentioned other ways you can play it. Steam, on your Switch, if you hate yourself on the Wii. Again, it was a great time, but the extra 10 minutes, not worth it if you don't save and get it the first time. That said, I can't really be too harsh on this game. It's got quick fun, easy puzzles, charming quips, and honestly, low-stakes gameplay if you're just trying to have fun and kind of turn off your brain for a little bit. It's not the hardest game or the longest game, but I did, in the end, enjoy my time with it. And I hope you guys did too. If you made it this far in the video, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like content like this, please consider checking out my other Do You Remember episodes. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got time for today. As always, this has been your host, TheLostYeti, and I will catch you all in the next episode.